What's good, everyone? Matt here with another NMB vlog. So today I'm here in Kobe for NMB's Handshake event for the 30th single, Ganbaranuwai. And yeah, it was a very short day for me. I was only here for slots 1, 2, 3, and 4. But saw like all my favorites today. Actually, met some new members for the first time as well. So I'll go over that just briefly. So slot 1, I started off with Kotochi, so Takahashi Kotone. Tenchin member, so that was my first time meeting her. So this whole thing I planned out. It's Halloween, so dressed up as a Link, Toon Link, so my Toon Link costume today, and like almost everyone did not know who I was. So yeah, but yeah, I went to her, and it's like basically introductions, like, oh, nice to meet you, I'm Matt, I'm from America, and she was just very excited, very happy. So there's only one ticket too, so can't really judge it too much by that. But it was a good experience. So I have some online tickets for her later, so I'll be looking forward to seeing her later and talking more about her. Then I had Koyorin, and she saw me. She didn't know who I was, and so I say Zelda, and then she's like, I don't think she's ever heard of Zelda though. But that was all right. And she kept saying that big voice to me because she knows like I have this gimmick with Nishima and Sayuki. I held up this giant big voice, big love sign. So that was pretty funny. Yeah, so that was slot 1, so pretty quick there. And then for slot 2, I had Nishima. Yeah, I went to Nishima first, and so I showed my costume, and she's like, Zelda, Link, yes. So she knew who I was. So right off the bat, but she hasn't played Zelda before. Oh, she has played Smash Brothers though. She doesn't know Smash Brothers though. And I asked her, what character do you play as? And she said Kirby. Kirby's really strong. So it's like, okay, it's the noob character, but yeah, that was a good talk with her. So with that, and then next I had Misaki. Actually, I had 10 tickets for Misaki. So at first I did 3, and then I did 2. And then a guy had dropped 10 tickets, like 2 people in front of me. I'm like, oh, okay. Because originally I was going to go 3, 2, 2, 3. But yeah, I ended up only doing 3 loops. So yeah, first of all, I went in with her. Second, I don't know too much about video games, so I didn't really care. But we just talked to her. I was like, hey, trick or treat, and she's like, oh, I love trick or treating. And I told her, what's her favorite candy, and she said Reese's. And I'm like, all right, good choice. And I told her Japanese candy sucks. And she's like, yeah, there's not really a whole lot of options here. But then I told her they have Skittles in Japan now, and so yeah, she's like, yes, it's been saving my life. So that was good. And then I went back in again, commented on her witch costume, and you're just a witch today. You're not a Harry Potter. You're not a Hogwarts witch. And yeah, but I want to try to get a Hogwarts costume soon. And I asked her what house were you gonna be in, and she didn't know, but she thought maybe Slytherin. And I'm like, oh no, that's bad. Yeah. And then that was the 2 tickets, 3 and 2. And then I waited until it was about to be the cutoff time, and then I went in with my remaining 5 tickets for her, and then I asked her, tried to talk to her more about Harry Potter. So how there's the website called Pottermore. It's a big fan website, and I tell her hey, have you heard of Pottermore before? She didn't. She thought I was talking about the wizard people, the weird Harry Potter dub, where they have make jokes over the first movie. But I told her about you take this quiz, and it'll tell you what house you belong to. So it's oh, okay, I'll try looking up. And I told her when I did it, I got placed into Gryffindor. She thought that was pretty cool. And she said I think I might get into Ravenclaw. I'm like, yeah, you're pretty smart, so you might get into Ravenclaw. And then I finished off saying I like Hufflepuff because the name is funny. And she said yeah, it's pretty cute. So yeah. Yeah, so pretty good chat with Misaki. It was one of those ones I wish I had more. Then we get to slot 3, and it was pretty busy here, but also I finished it pretty quickly as well. So for this one, I went to Yoshimin first. Yeah, I went to Yoshimin first, and I thought maybe she would know. And she's like, "Oh, are you Yoshi?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not Yoshi. I'm Link." Have you played Zelda before? No. Have you played Smash Brothers before? No. Oh, okay. Then I told her oh, but they have a Dragon Quest character as one of the characters in Smash Brothers, so you should check it out. And she's like, "Oh, okay." So very quick. There's that, and then I went over to Rio P next, and she didn't know who I was, and then I told her I'm from Zelda. I was like, okay. And have you played Zelda before? No. And have you played Smash Brothers before? No. And okay, what do you play? And then she's like, I play Splatoon. And then I asked her, what's your favorite weapon in Splatoon? And so she said something like the 5, the 0.5 gallon or the 50 gallon something. Okay, and then I told her I like to play with the roller. So yeah. So basically today's moral of today's story is I've been like debunking all of these calling out all these fake gamer girls in NB. There's all these people who say, "Oh, I play games." They don't play games. You don't know who Zelda is. You're not a real gamer. Well, yeah, I also had to walk up on today. Speaking of like fake gamer girls, yeah, she didn't know who I was, and then I said Zelda. She hasn't played Zelda before, but she's like, said like, "Oh, it seems like it takes a lot of time to play that game." Like, yeah, it does, but you should try checking it out if you do have time. But yeah, all these fake gamers. Yeah, Yoshimin, Rio P, Wakapon. Y'all fake. Yeah, then my last slot for today was with, first I went to Nishiyama, started off with 3 tickets with her, and I asked her about her, like, her plans for Disney's Halloween, because she usually like, does like some big like, cosplay thing for Disneyland. And asked her, "Oh, what are your plans for? Do you have like a costume plan?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be this character from Twisted Wonderland." I don't remember exactly what it's called, but like, because Twisted Wonderland is like this like mobile game that's really popular in Japan. It's like weird like emo Disney, like weird like emo gothic Disney. But it's pretty popular here, so I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then asked her, "Have you been to Disneyland yet for Halloween?" She's like, "Oh, not yet, but like, are you gonna go?" Like, I want to go, but like, we're running out of time for Disneyland. Yeah, because there's only like 3 days left in like October until Halloween's over. But she has gone to Universal Studios for Halloween a lot, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, so pretty good talk with Yuma. Then I went over to Yuina next, and she saw me. Thought like, "Are you Luigi?" I'm like, "No, I'm not Luigi. I'm Zelda from Zelda." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She doesn't play games, so I let it slide for her. But she was dressed up as a nun. And I'm like, "Oh, Halloween," and she's like, "Sister," and then I say, "Brother," and she thought that was like the funniest thing ever, and just started laughing. So that was like a really dumb little moment, but a really funny moment with Yuna. So that was definitely one of my favorite interactions for today was with Yuna. And then finally, last but not least, we had Mew. So I had 2 tickets for her. Went in, with this. First she said Luigi, and I'm like, "No, not Luigi." And then she like, "Oh, wait, no, you're Zelda from Zelda." I'm like, yes, Toon Link from Smash Brothers, yeah. So yeah, she was happy I came and dressed up for her. And then I told her I'm gonna come to the M performance on Halloween as Warumato. So it was like, look forward to that. And so yeah, so that was good. So yeah, overall, it was an okay handshake event. I didn't buy too many tickets first because I was in a weird like situation when like the application was happening, and I didn't know if I was even gonna come to this event. But yeah. But yeah, pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I got to talk with a bunch of fans today as well. So yeah, unfortunately, no Karen. No, they are doing like a little like stuff. They have like a booth set up to write messages for her. But yeah, that was the handshake event for here at the Kobe World Hall. And I'm at an IKEA right now. I got some hot dogs, had a drink, so met up with Jeff and Rio earlier, and then they had to go back. But yeah, that was this has been my vlog for the handshake report. So yeah, let me know what your plans are for Halloween, and what's your favorite Halloween candy. And then like the video, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And then let's see. Next up, I have I have Titchiatopia coming up next week, and then also the M show I already mentioned earlier. I'll be going to that, so you can look forward to some reports on those shows later coming up. But yeah, I'll see y'all later. Peace.